smells so broad, and you see my studio, you know, so noisy, or you hear it so noisy, then you know that something is about to happen. Yes, you're still watching The Standpoint. Today we are going to celebrate an amazing young woman. Young, when you hear her story, you think she's like 90-something. But within half of a century, that God that we serve, the one that doesn't need anybody's permission before he does his things. Anyway, welcome to The Standpoint. Let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth today. My dress was made for me by Abrantier College of Fashion and Cosmetology, and I'm so grateful to them. My hair is by Chris L. Hair and Beauty Spa. They're at East Legon and then at Airport as well. My makeup product always by Papa Cosmetics and applied by Nax Beauty Studio. My shoe, yes, shoe lele, red shoe. You know I love red, you know. My red shoe is by Ayers Boutique Online. I'm so grateful to all of them. Today, you know, when I was promoting this recording, this program, people kept asking me, what is the Abiola factor? What is the Abiola factor? Yes. Today we are going to learn about the Abiola factor. The Abiola factor. People see your glory, they don't know your story. If only they know your journey, they will respect you even the more. But people will still know may still know your story, but yet they will do whatever. But God, it they run. My name is Gifty, and today we are celebrating the one and only Mrs. Abiola Bawuah. Please take your seat. All right, so we take a break. When we come back, we learn about the Abiola factor. Don't move anywhere. We'll be back.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life.
For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
Hi, my name is Dr. Derek Abwaji, co-founder and president of Image Inc. USA, a parent organization of Image Ghana. On 13th of April 2019, in collaboration with Awo Dansoa's Reading Project, we will embark on a free health screen for the great people of Akwemu, Edumasa. We employ the generous public support into making this noble endeavor possible. Please visit us at www.imaghe.org/takeaction. Thank you and God bless.
Okay, welcome back to The Standpoint. If you just tuned in, this is the program that you must not miss. Not at all. If you know somebody who's not watching, please pick up the phone, call him or her to tune into Joy Prime right now. It's 6 p.m. to make sure that they don't miss anything. The Abiola factor. The Abiola factor. Well, let me say thank you to GTP, still timeless. And this is their message. I just love the GTP message. It says, our style is ageless, our pattern limitless, and designs are endless. Our beauty never fades, still timeless. It describes actually my guest for today. So let me take it again. Our style is ageless, our patterns limitless, and designs are endless. Our beauty never fades. GTP, timeless. And that's my guess. She's simply timeless. And then also Ghana Oil Company, Adepa Netone. ahwenipa enkasa. Ya yedia, homegrown business. My guest today is the one and only Mrs. Abiola Bawuah. She is the original CEO of UBA West Africa 1. Hey, so maybe you can call her Abiola 1. Mrs. Amy.
Yes, Mom.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
It's taking too long.
I
It's a
know.
good time. I mean, we are starting the month of April with you. and it's good to
Thank
have
you.
you here.
Thank you, Mom. God's time is the best.
God's,
isn't it?
indeed, indeed. You have 2 daughters, right?
Yes, I have 2 daughters,
2 daughters.
and a boy.
You've had a tough life.
Yes.
Obviously, God has brought you far.
Yes.
So your children don't have to go through that kind of journey.
Yes.
But how are you raising them? Are you giving them everything that you missed in your childhood?
They don't need that. They don't need that. They don't need to. I don't need to rewrite the story. Of course, like you rightly said, they may not have to walk to school today. But one thing you don't stop drumming into their mind is for them to know that it's a privilege. It's not a right. That they know. And secondly, they need to know that there is another life outside the life they are leading now. And I never stop telling them the story. So they see it as, oh, okay, if mommy can come this far, then I can go further. And for me, that is a success story. Yeah. They are very ambitious people. Very, very, very ambitious.
Is your father alive?
My father is alive.
Your mom?
My mom is gone, unfortunately.
What do you miss about your mother?
Oh, anytime I think about the fact that, oh, I wish this woman was alive. Because I believe that coming from her background, she didn't really think it was a blessing to have a girl, especially as a firstborn. Because the background of my background is such that a girl child is just for reproductive means. So it is when you have a boy that you have a hero. So that was her background. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish this woman was alive. Not for her to regret, but for those who might have teased her those days, who might have told her that, you have a girl. And so it's just for her to know that, oh, okay, she's made it. I seriously think that my mom should have been alive.
Is there anything you're doing to keep her memory alive?
Oh, yes. When it was 10 years of her, this thing, we did something for her. And this year will be her 20th anniversary.
Okay.
That should be in August. We hope to celebrate her again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, during your 50th anniversary, you set up a foundation.
Yes.
To help girls, you know, brilliant but needy girls to go back to school and to stay into school to various levels. What informed you that, because your dad was the one who stood for you, and you talk about your dad with so much passion.
Yeah.
Why the focus and attention on the girl child?
Yes, because I did that because, my dad loved me. My dad, I was daddy's pets all the way, but I also realized that I wouldn't have been where I am, but for few women along that journey who I believe God used to just make me to stand in school. So for a girl child, it's not just about school fees. It's also about having a mentor. You need to be able to have somebody you look up to. Even in our career life, there should be somebody they look up for. There should be a woman who can share a story. And that is why I am particularly excited about programs like yours that more or less showcase the success of women. We are not there yet, but I believe we are on the road. And I want to assure you that there are a lot of girls in the villages, there are a lot of girls in rural areas, there are a lot of girls in Accra. By standpoint, you have no idea the number of ladies you've helped to retain in school. So it is because of this I have decided, okay, if God has brought me this far, how do I just give a little token back to this girl child? So if there are girl child who happen to be, not just necessarily because of school fees, somebody walked to my office, I think some time last week. Her mom is alive, she's a GIJ, she wants to be a lawyer. She just happened to have come across, I think, the book, and she wanted to see, is it possible? I want to be a lawyer, but my dad is dead. Is it possible? I said, yes, it's possible. What you are doing now, can you focus on it? And you know, the smile, the confidence that she left my office with, I was so happy. I didn't give her any money. I'm going to support her, though, to go to the law school. But the excitement, one day this lady is going to come out, and just like how Mrs. Bampo did it for me, I'm also helping her to realize her dream. So the reason why I came out is to just lend that helping hand. There may be somebody the parents are paying that she may not be really sure, do I really have to do this? Is it really worthy? But we need to put our story out there for them to also learn from.
Now, you just dropped a name. Who is Mrs. Bampo, and what did she do for you? Because you hardly hear women, doing it for.
Gifty, I was very lucky in life. Part of my problem in school was getting a mentor, looking at. I didn't even know why I was in school. All I knew was that I did common entrance, I passed, I entered Achimota school. In fact, even entering Achimota school, it took me 2 weeks after school had resumed. So I happened to have two friends. In fact, they are my sisters for life. One Kizita Mensan and one Lydia Bampo. And even though I was in school, in Achimota school, I was still not sure. All my colleagues where I come from were all traders, and people were using them as examples. And I was beginning to get people asking my daddy, what is this girl still doing in school? And so it was Mrs. Bampo who more or less used to invite me into, of blessed memory, we've lost her about 2 years ago, who used to invite me to her house.
So I assume this Mrs. Bampo is your friend Lydia Bampo's mother?
She's Lydia Bampo's mother.
Okay.
And just by visiting her and spending time with them at home, I could see that, so there's a life outside where I was coming from. And I believe that if today I write my history without people like Mrs. Bampo, Mrs. Agbamadu, there are quite a number of them. I never got a visitor in school who was coming to visit you, who was sent to you, but there were friends whose parents who add just a little bit more to their children's food. And they will be like, that your friend that comes from, can you give her a little bit food? So there were people who took interest, and I think that I owe it to all of them.
That's interesting, because I have a similar story. When I was at Infantimani, my friends' parents, and then some of my juniors who I was taking care of, their parents will visit, and then that's when I get a
little bit of
something you get no confused to move on. But is there something about your childhood that you miss, that you wish you had?
That I wish I missed. Whatever I miss is gone, Gifty. And I think it's part of the success story. And of course, in my youth, I think that along the line I was a bit damaged when it comes to having some security. I think that I lost few years moving from pure Saito school, what we call Saito then, to a preparatory school.
No way, I went to Saito, so I
lost 3 years of my years. I think that's a little regret. I think that coming also from a typical background where a woman is a second citizen, so I think there was a little damage there too. But trust me, it's all work together
for your good,
for my good.
Yeah.
So it's a story that you keep your eyes on, but it shouldn't prevent you. So for me, it's part of the story. So if you say regret, I wish it hadn't happened, but it had happened.
Yeah.
So you move on.
Yeah. Why do they refer to you as the Amazon? I saw a magazine on Instagram, I think posted by UBA
PLC.
It referred to you as Amazon.
Yes, because of my fighting spirit. I believe that you must win. You must win. I must win. I must fight for whatever that I need to do. So I think it was born out of that spirit that this woman will always get what she wants. So that is how I got
with
that.
you, there's nothing like failure in your book.
No, that's not.
But
it's never over. Failing is part of the story, Gifty, and I must convince. If I'm failing or if I'm not achieving it, something in me should tell me that I actually did my utmost best.
Right.
But until you do that, it's not called a failure.
Yeah. I asked you that because there are women who think that to have the Abiola factor, to be able to be successful, to be considered a woman of power. I don't like referring to as a powerful woman, because when you have power, then it can be taken to you. But if you are of power, it is within you. So you can. So if you to be a woman, you don't have to fail. You don't have to make mistakes. You know, that's why I asked you that have you failed before?
Oh yes,
made
many
mistakes
times.
before, but
many times. But like I said, it's all part of the story. What you do with those failures is what matters. And failing, I have failed. Really failed badly. In fact, I've been sacked. I have misstepped at my workplace. I have things I should have done better. I took wrong judgment. But like, when you look at it all, that time it was called failure. But on a more serious note, it was also part of the stairs. You know, Gifty, I don't believe that success, what people call success, is an elevator. That you need to just stand there and put your head on the wall and you're on the 10th floor. No. It's step by step. So there are certain steps I took in life that if I look back today, I'm like, will I have done it that way? No. But also looking at it, if I hadn't done it that way, my character today too wouldn't have been formed. Because there were things I did wrongly that I felt, okay, I've been punished, my ears have been pulled, I wouldn't repeat it today. And so when somebody does the same thing today, I'm going to punish you. So I'm able to use that soft, and it's all part of the story. So yes, I have failed before, and the failure is part of my success story today.
Okay, I'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll get into the more meaty part. But let me ask you this. Between your family and your professional life, which one takes precedence?
My family.
We'll be back.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold Synthetic Oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold Synthetic Oil.
Goil is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashwini Pankasa. Goil, good energy. New Adepa Dumas from GTP. The name we know and trust. Premium quality fabrics with a smoother feel. New designs and richer colors. New Adepa Dumas for the woman who knows her worth. GTP. Quality fabrics printed in Ghana. GTP. Timeless.
Welcome back to the Standpoint. We are talking about the Abiola factor, and so far I'm sure you started reflecting, you didn't know all those things. Well, let me say thank you to Awake Purified Water, Royal Drinks by Casa Preco Company Limited, Go-Got Yogurt, House of Foods, Cake Technique, and of course Yep Cleaning Services, who keep our environment clean. We are so grateful to all of them. Now, this book, Chosen from the Darkness, Chosen from the Darkness. If you haven't got one yet, please go and get a copy, because if I decide to start from the Genesis to where she is, which is about halfway, because this woman is on the move, I'm even afraid we will not finish. We can have 20 sessions, we will not finish. So you get a book and you get the full picture. But in the meantime, why do you think you were in the darkness? Chosen from the darkness.
The title, it took me a while to settle on that, but the reason why I took is that I look back, I took a good stock of my life, and I'm like, so who are my classmates? I realized I don't have any. I'm talking purely from my background now, and I'm like, okay, so why? And I ask myself, I've come this far. They see me and they run, I see them and I run. And the darkness, in the sense that education is the key. whichever way we look at it, education is the key. And if not to disrespect any religion, not to show pride, but I think that if I had been left without education, I would have been in darkness. So it's most probably why I chose that title. Yes.
But even without this education about it, talking about, when you look at the lot where you are coming from, the girl from the darkness, it's as if you've been picked. I mean, forget the journey. You know, you've been picked up because the people who have also traveled your path, but are not where you are now. Some could not even take 2 steps. They either perished or they gave up, or you know, something happened along and they fell off. But it's as if you've been chosen out, and you're standing out.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
like a light.
Yes,
unto the why do you think you were chosen? Why do you think, despite the mistake, the failures, and everything, you kept going and you are here today?
I think the first thing I'll say is that anytime people say, Abiola, you are successful, I say, no, I'm a product of grace. I'm actually a product of grace. Why did those women show interest? They have no business. And then in Form 2, my dad lost his job, and I now need to fall on my own means to educate myself, educate my siblings. And so I started selling chewing gum, toffees in Form 2, in a school like Achimota School. And up to today, my friends, who are my very close friends, were like, but we didn't know you were going through this. I said, but you didn't need to know. So I had to sell sweets, educate myself, educate my siblings. I finished this form, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop. And then I look at a common entrance. Gifty, when I finished my common entrance, I did very well, got Achimota School, but I didn't know what it meant. Somebody chose the school, I didn't know what.
You had to choose.
I didn't even choose. The teachers chose, because I made up my mind after classes I was going to sell anyway. Then my dad wanted to take my siblings back to school, and I decided, okay, let me go with him. We got to school and people were pouring powders and water. Me, I'm like, what is happening to you people? You didn't know you did well. You were the second highest in Ghana. I'm like, so what does that mean? They said, go and check your school. I went there, and the school had resumed. But the goodness about this, God's hand in this, is that there was a clerk who used to roll out papers, who saw the name and was like, why? You know, those days you needed to pay admission fee. Otherwise, you don't pay within a certain time. And you know, at Water School, 70% is for the OAAs. My name was there. Nobody knew. This guy paid and kept the receipt.
A clerk.
He paid that and kept the receipt. So when my dad and I arrived,
did he know you?
No.
He knew you from nowhere?
No, he was called Mr. Duncan. So we went to the admission block and we were looking at the name, and then this man just walked out and asked, what are you doing here? I said, that's my name. He said, and you are now coming? School had resumed. Anyway, follow me. So he brought out the receipt, and then my dad paid. That was how I got into school. I wasn't going to go to secondary school in the first place. I was just going to do what we know how to do best. And so I consider each of these unique things, and I felt that God has been faithful. So I dedicate the book to God. So that's how so when I look at all the people I got up, who were my colleagues, people who were my friends, I look back and I can't see any. And so the title is quite appropriate. And just to let us all know
and
that there's a destiny that is upon each and every member.
And despite the grace, you didn't have it easy. When during your national service, you went through sexual abuse?
Not just that, even in my career life.
Child.
Oh, yeah. I told you I've been fired. You didn't ask me, what did you do?
What did you do? I just couldn't bring myself.
I was fired. Yeah. And the person who fired me today is one of the people who celebrate me the most now. So you just have to keep moving. It's all part of it. You know, you ask, have I failed? I said, yes. And I told you it's all part of the story. So it's all
How did you deal with the issue of sexual abuse?
Even in school, yes. School, national service, working life, at least I went to 3 times. You have your value. And that's why for every woman today, the first thing you should be sure of It's your value. It takes you to places. Once you set your values right and you have your principles, you will cross. It may be difficult, but once you hold on to that, so for every woman to move from one section to another, the first advice I give them is be aware of who you are. Once you are aware of who you are, forget about it. The person I said fired me, I worked for almost 2 years. I never got confirmation. Finally, when I gave birth, he sent me a 1-month check and said, you have been, what the letter I read, your job is, you are no longer required. Really? Okay. I took the 1-month pay and I slept. My husband asked me, Abiola, you mean you are not crying? You are not? I said, for what? But when my daddy was taking me to school, he didn't know about this man. So with or without him, I should be successful. Gifty, this was in January. In March, I was in a better job. In March, I was in a job that was paying me 6 times. I would never have moved an inch if he had not fired me.
Fired you.
Today, if you announce anything in the newspaper, Abiola promoter, he will be the first to come. I know, I know this my girl. And you know what? I celebrate him too. Anytime he calls me, I say, yes, you know what? You are my creator. You made me who I am. Thank you. And he gets confused because he thinks I should remember.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very grateful to him. I never thought I was even worth working in a bank. So if he had not fired me, I wouldn't have been. And Gifty, it has been that story all along. So it does happen, and I'm very grateful that today, wherever I am, I don't have to give them the good test. I don't have to give them the grace, or I don't have to
credit to them for that.
I don't have to give today's credit to them because they will have claimed the glory.
Right.
Yeah. So I went through it. Yeah.
Would you say your experiences, have toughened you?
Yes.
Have made you a tough person?
Yes. Nothing keeps me awake, Gifty. Nothing. If I put
Don't you get tired being strong all the time?
No. I won't leave that. I won't. You must sleep. You must have peace. In the midst of storm, you must have peace. Trust me, you must. You must develop that strength.
But haven't you heard that thing that you're a woman?
Yeah.
You have to be soft.
You should be a weakling.
You should be soft. You should relax.
I'm soft. Am I hard? See my body. I think it's still the societal expectation that a woman is a weakling and a woman is supposed to be soft, which is the problem we have, Gifty. Do you get it now? So people, especially our male counterparts, that is one of the missiles they use in weakening us. And you can choose to allow that to penetrate you, or you can let them know that I'm a woman and I have destiny. I have to fulfill destiny.
Anyway, let me ask you, has it always been your dream to work in the banking sector? Is that where you started? Is that where you've been throughout?
No. I read actuarial science.
Okay.
In the university.
Okay.
And so I came to this country wanting to work for either SNIT or insurance because that was my discipline.
By the way, why did you come back?
Hey, I fell in love.
That things love can do. Mr. I salute you like today. Like she's something.
So
How do you call your husband? What's your pet name for him?
He's not here.
It's me. He's watching.
Owuraku. Kwekubi. When I call him that, I say, yes, what do you want?
So love brought you to Ghana, and back to Ghana, and you wanted to do...
Yeah, but I grew up here.
Yeah.
I had my primary, secondary. Yeah. I went to the university, but they also wouldn't accept me there. And so Ghana was actually a natural place. But I met my husband before I went to to read my degree.
Okay.
So I decided to come back.
Okay. Okay. But you wanted to work at Snakes?
Yes, I wanted to follow that discipline.
Okay.
I wanted to do actuarial science and what have you.
Yeah.
Then it was very difficult getting into SNAIT because they had their own internal issues with the Department of Actuarial Science. So I couldn't get a job. Then I tried getting into AGC. I wrote the exam and I was picked. The day they asked me to start work, I went to collect my letter of employment and then I was told, sorry, we found somebody in Bath University in London, so we can't take you.
Oh.
Can you imagine? So I had to start from NADMO. So I worked in NADMO.
Same NADMO.
NADMO. I worked in NADMO. Then a friend invited me to take to participate in a survey that was being done by Jampo and Co. While I was working in NADMO. And Gifty, I didn't know I could spend the money and just fill the papers. So I did it thoroughly. And so when I submitted my work, the partner called me and said, "Who are you?" So I said, "Oh, my name is..." He said, "What did you read?" I said, "I read actuarial science." He said, "What? Okay, I'm going to give you a job." That's how I got my next job. So I got that next job. I did it for a while, wrote the stock exchange exam, and then got the next job. From the next job to Car Bank to Stanchart to Zenith, and then now finally to UBA.
You sure?
Oh, very sure.
Hey, you sure? Next time you are staying there,
My sisters are here for UBA.
I know, right? So you're sure?
Oh, I think so. It's the best place to work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The last time
I'm 6 years now.
You say you are targeting Africa. You are West Africa now. Now your aim is to...
Yes, but it's still all part of UBA.
Yes, I know.
I'm actually targeting the group.
The group?
Mm-hmm.
The Abiola Bawuah. We'll be back.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Well, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
Again, I say thank you to GTP. Timeless, you can't go wrong with them. And of course, Goil Ghana Oil Company Limited. They are our sponsors and we are grateful. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, is powered by Dream Oval. The Abiola factor. What can I say? I can't believe that we just have some few minutes to end this program. But when you sit in the comfort of your home, in that quiet place where nobody knows what you're thinking, what do you think about yourself?
So it's sometimes I'm like, you get that kind of feelings at times. Sometimes I'm not even sure, am I not being too celebrated? Because I still think that I have
a lot ahead of
me.
And if you're not careful, it will make you get into
exactly. So people are like, "No, but you should be excited about that." I say, "Yeah, I think so, but my eyes still do something top. You are not there yet.
You are going to the group
and
now."
Some are like, was it recently I was chatting with somebody and I'm like, "I have to work hard. If I get this, I can do this." And she was looking at me and she was like, "Abby, it's okay. I mean, you should be celebrating. I mean, it's okay." I said, "No."
I was going to ask you that. Don't you get people telling you are too ambitious? You're overly ambitious.
No, they rather think I should celebrate. I should be okay. I mean, for a woman, you are now managing 6 countries. It's okay. I said, but there's a man in front of me. Hello. What makes you think that? And that is the equity I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or if a man can be group managing director and a woman is regional CEO, it's okay. Told you so. Because, and prior to now, I think I became the first managing director of UBA Ghana. Female. And I remember when I was being interviewed, there was a particular boss who made a statement that he said, well, you know, for women, most of the time you guys are distracted, and he wasn't even sure if they should give that post to a woman. And I told myself, I didn't challenge him because it's true, we are easily distracted. But I told myself, okay, I'm going to work harder than I actually planned. And I did. And he told me that, Abiola, you've changed my mind about a woman leadership. And so today, I think we have close to about 5, 6, 7 women who are MDCO. And today they are looking for women to take over that position. Do you get it now?
Yes.
So that we shouldn't settle for less.
Yes, you set the pace.
If there's a man who is the group managing director, I'm going to work hard towards that. If I get it, fine. If I don't get it, I will have strived for it. But for one reason or the other, maybe I'll be deputy. No problem. But you must aim towards there. So I'm working hard. I'm working hard. I'm making sure that what they're asking me to do, I'm exceeding it. And so if there's time for me to go and tell them, hey, I am fit for that job, I'm going to go.
With all that you've been through, what would you say is your current leadership style?
I believe in influencing people. I believe that people who work with me tend to also get a bit ambitious. And that's what is exciting. I want to see people, I want to see myself in the people. I want to give people hope and let them know that it's possible.
Right.
And so when I look back and I see that, oh, this person is doing so well, oh, that person is doing so well, it's exciting for me.
How long have you been married?
I think she'll be 24 now.
24 now.
Yeah.
So you married pretty early.
I'm 51.
Yeah. So you married around 25, 26, 27. Yeah. But you were still young.
27?
Yes.
In my village, I'm supposed to be a grandmother. All my colleagues have grandmothers. They're all grandmothers and grandchildren. It's only me who have kids. So I'm still late.
So that means most of your progression, your advancement, your climb up the ladder happened during the period that you were married.
Oh, yes.
So marriage has not been a hindrance to you?
No.
In terms of advancing your career?
No. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't, under no circumstance.
Is it because of the man you married, or because of your own?
I think there are two things. You see, as women, God being so good, we are more endowed than the men. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
And I say it to their hearing.
Yeah.
Women have different, I mean, we are blessed with different skills, all put together.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, as a career woman, I'm a career woman. As a mother, I'm a mother. As a wife, I'm a wife. There is nothing...
crossing.
No, it shouldn't. Yeah. As a wife, I'm supposed to make sure there's food. I'm supposed to make sure the family is well kept. When I'm away, how is that done? I have a cook. I have a nanny. They are my staff. I delegated to them. So my family cannot say there's no food today because there's no money. So Gifty, even though you see me flying, I can tell you everything in my fridge. I can tell you what my family will eat today. I can tell you what they'll eat tomorrow. That is my duty as a mother.
So planning and strategizing.
Planning and know where to cut it.
I believe that, and I don't know if you believe that, no matter how high you fly, if you don't, and no matter how loud the world celebrates you, if your family is not carried along, if your family doesn't see the benefit of that climb, if your family don't feel a part of it, it's never the same.
Yes, that becomes much difficult. But why wouldn't they be part of it? That's the question. For we women, we need to answer that question. The first thing I try to do is that I'm not an RCO in my house.
You're not an
RCO, original CEO in my house.
Okay.
I'm a wife and I'm a mother. So when people ask me, how do you, I said, it has nothing to do with my home. So when you get outside, you hook the RCO bag and then you enter. When you enter, I want to know how my children are doing. I want to know the classes. I still go to their schools. I still find time to go to their school. Last week I was in GIS to inquire about my little girl's progress. I want to talk to their house teacher. So you still have to leave that. So you'll be part of it in the sense that you want to let them know what is happening. You want to, they should be excited for you, because that is where the joy is. That is when you feel, you really feel celebrated.
Yeah.
As for the outside ones, sometimes you are not even sure. And sometimes you are pinching yourself, am I that really? But when you see, when my two daughters are like, oh, mommy, you've done so well, I want to be, you keep challenging us. One day we are going to be like you. Then you know that, oh, okay, so somebody is looking. And sometimes you want to find out that, Daddy, this travel, are you sure it's not disturbing you? Oh, yeah, it's okay. All right. So you keep checking the pulse and letting them know that, look, you are above the money I'm making.
Yeah. Yeah. I put you first.
And I'm doing this for you.
Yeah. Does your husband get the question, who wears the trousers in your home?
Yeah, people ask him. I guess he can answer that. But that question, people ask me that question.
Doesn't your husband feel intimidated by you and all
Yes,
those
they ask that question. People ask me that. I actually come across that question a number of times. And I believe they ask him too. But like I keep saying, it's not interesting for a woman to wear the trousers. I don't know why we want to wear it. What do you need it for?
You created a woman.
You're a woman. You should
don't
enjoy
have to be
it.
a man to be in a man's world.
You don't even need it. I still take chop money. I tell everybody I take, and they're like, am I going to tell you? Everybody sees me and they think I have money. I don't have. This woman still takes their money.
I have with me in the studio ladies from the Glorious Ladies Association. Glorious ladies.
Gifty in Christ.
Glorious ladies.
Arise, for your light has come.
Glorious ladies.
Ladies of substance and values. Full of glory.
And I also have some ladies from UBA Ghana, and so grateful that you came all the way here. But I want to put some people on the spot. Sister Nkechi,
yes,
what's up with you?
Very well, thank you.
What can you tell me about Mrs. Abiola?
At work, there's nothing like no for Abiola. So it's one thing that gets me. So sometimes you think you've given up and all of that. She actually looks at me and say, you're a strong woman like me and everything. But sometimes you actually say, maybe I don't have your background, quite all right, but I see myself in you and I admire that, because that is actually what I believe in, that nothing can stop us. So two of us, when we say we want to achieve something in that office, it has to be done. Yeah. So it's something that I've enjoyed working with her. Yeah. Because it's been really amazing.
Now pass on to the lady behind. Yes, you. Yes, give it to her. No, the one in the middle. Yes, give it to her. Why did you come here?
Okay, so I came here because she inspires me a lot. I've never told her. And in fact, I'm not very close to her. But something in her tells me that you can also make it. I always look at her and I tell myself, this woman is a great woman. I must also become like her one day.
Auntie Gifty, Madam Abiola is something else. Anything that cannot be done in UBA, you know where to go to, and she's that one. She gets everything solved without hassles. When you go to Madam Abiola, I have this challenge with this customer or this transaction. She will help you sort it out. She's a problem solver, and that's why I like her so much.
Problem solver. Everybody likes a problem solver. Auntie Liz.
I don't know how long I've known Abiola. It's been like for years. And she's a very admirable woman. She's strong, but she has a softness to her. People don't know that she has that softness. People don't know that she likes her privacy. People don't know that she's shy. Even though she's up there and she walks out with her chest out and everything. When you see Abiola, the Abiola that I know, she's shy. I love Abiola because she's open to correction. She's open to criticism. And we have become sisters. And so I love her. Abiola, I love you very, very, very much.
God bless you, man.
Now, Mrs. Abi. So at the end of it all, when you are 70 plus, you say you are going on retirement, you know, and you are resting and taking care of grandchildren and all that, what would you want to be remembered with or by, you know, and when you're 100 plus and you've gone to your maker, what would you want people to remember you or refer or talk about when they talk about, you know, there was one time a Mrs. Abiola Bawuah.
To be part of the girl child story, the changing face of the girl child in Ghana. And I believe the ABF, I'm hoping and praying that will be successful. We'll be able to use that single instrument, not just to help girl child education, but to also reshape the focus. We need a paradigm shift for the girl child in Ghana, where we'll get to a point where they'll say, today, girls in Ghana, or maybe, okay, let me rephrase it. Today, 70% of leadership in Ghana are women. And all of us sitting here will be part of that story, including the standpoint. That is what I want to see as my legacy. I think in my house, I think the girls they've bought into that, but we need to go out there. We need to do more of standpoint. We need to use our story to just give the girl child that hope that you can make it. And to, for the first time, not be bullied by the boy child. Our male counterparts should not be able to, we shouldn't accept it.
You know, when I was introducing and promoting, I said the Abiola factor. I didn't say Abiola Bawuah factor. Because everything you are and have become, it's not because you are married.
No.
It's not because you are married to this particular man.
No.
It's not because you are the regional director. But it's because of the you.
Sure.
So I sum it up to say the Abiola factor is grace, hard work, determination, faith, focus, self-worth, self-discipline, and self-belief. For me, that's the Abiola factor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to share yourself
Thank
with
you.
us today.
Thank you.
And I believe that many people watching today who think that because of where I'm coming from, it can never happen. I can never get there. Because I'm being harassed sexually, I will never get a job. Because I have failed, I've been sacked before, this is my end. Or because I am married, that's the end of my job, my life. I can't progress, I can't do this, I can't do that. It is possible.
Very
Abiola
possible.
factor, possibilities.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister.
And wish you the best of luck.
God bless you.
God bless you
God
too.
bless you.
I'll be back with a bit of me. And before I bring you a bit of me, I have a group, as I told you earlier during the program, known as Glorious Ladies, and they want to make a presentation to the Girl in Need Foundation.
On behalf of the presidents, executive members, and the Glorious Ladies members, we present this to you in aid of the Girl Child in Need Foundation.
Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you so much. You know, the Girl in Need Foundation, though this, you know, free SHS, we still need the money. We still need a donation because there are children who, when they are going to school, they don't have a mattress. And we've told you before, some of them we have to buy every single thing, including sponge that they will use to bath for them. So we still need your support. We still need your donation. Glorious ladies, thank you so much and God bless you.
Every woman who has suppressed her identity is in pain, is hurting. She knows that this is not what she wants to be. She doesn't want people to define her. She wants to be able to define herself and have her identity. But she has to conform. And anybody who feels that I have to conform for the sake of maintaining the status quo is in pain.
God who created the woman has a bigger perception, because definitely Adam's perception cannot be equal to God's. So when a girl hasn't gotten to a point where she says, okay, yes, society has given me this jacket, I'm wearing all of them and I'm struggling. Why don't I go to the creator? Who does he say I am? If we don't get to that stage, then you have the girl or the woman struggling to keep up with this.
I know there are many theories with regards to the road to success and how to become successful and so on. Well, I'm not there yet, so I can't tell you. But there's one thing I can tell you for sure. To be successful, you need a certain factor. A certain factor. You may have a set of factors and principles and what have you, but there is a certain factor. And for me, that factor is grace. You need grace. Because listen, there have been people who have been on that journey with you. There have been people who are struggling with you. There have been people who you were ahead of or you were behind, who have made it or fallen by the roadside, are nowhere near where you are, or you are nowhere near where they are. You need grace. Grace matters. So when you pray, pray for grace. Now, aside grace, you need that spirit of determination. You need that fighting spirit that tells you that, listen, it doesn't matter what the circumstances, I will strive on. I will keep pushing. I will keep trying. If I try and I don't succeed, God knows I did my best. That spirit that tells you that I can make it too. It is possible, irrespective of all that is going around me. It is possible. That spirit of keeping your eye on the ball. That spirit of believing in yourself and telling yourself that if no other person will help you, you will still try. That spirit that tells you that it is okay. No matter where you find yourself, it is okay. You are good enough. You are good enough. That spirit that tells you that you don't have to make unnecessary compromise. You don't have to demean who you are to be able to get to where you want to go to. That spirit that says that failure is okay. That yes, I'll make mistakes, but still I'll put myself together and rise and keep moving. That spirit that gives you faith in yourself and in God. What is your factor? What are your factors? Well, as for me, I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. Oh, that faith, I'm not, in fact, I keep saying it. Yes, I know, you know by now, but I'm not changing it. I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. I know He's got me covered, but He's giving me wisdom as well, so I must apply it. So no matter the challenges, no matter what is going on wrong around me, I'll still keep moving and still believing in myself that I have something that circumstances will not take away. May you find that thing too. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.